My first project for Metals 2 was a laptop stand assembly for my keyboard stand. I used some bar stock along with some pipe and angle iron and welded them together to make an assembly that bolted to the back. I started with goosenecking the bar stock and then fabricating the platform with a nice little catch for the laptop. I welded it to another plate on the bottom to give it a steadier platform for the keyboard to actually sit on, and then I moved on to a repair project, more of a favor for the gym teachers. Turns out with this project I messed up because I did not measure properly and I was not able to use these bolts, so I needed to find two more, and as you can see I threaded some more, I put some more threads, extended threads on these so they would accommodate the issue. So I milled some holes and then gave it a knob, a better place to grab so it would work better. This week I finally got around to painting that first project of mine as well as starting my repair project. I'm still kind of working on the laptop stand itself, but the stem where it sits is done with paint right now. Some things I missed a little bit here were I've missed a couple edges, kind of just going a little too fast with paint, and I had a drip down the stem right there, but you probably can't see that. And my plan to continue is to continue with my repair project and hopefully get that done by the end of the week. This week I was able to finish the spray painting of my keyboard stand and finally get it home. I set the whole thing up at home and it works just wonderfully. It saves a lot of space. Then I moved on to my client project, which I'm making for my dad, an elevated dog dish stand for my dog. But the problem I ran into was the blade on the horizontal bandsaw was a little jacked up, so I spent about a full day, or at least a half of a day, grinding them all to the same size yesterday. Here are some of the first welds on my stand for my dog and my dad. And here are all the legs that are stood up and ready to go. For the dog dish stand, I began painting yesterday and made the mistake of leaving it in the paint booth and trusting other people, because now I have overspray ranging from red, white, blue, green, and a little cream color. So that's pretty frustrating. But I'll keep moving on this, make the tabletop this weekend, and then have it graded on Tuesday. Final step on my repair project was cleaning up the Acme threads so the chairs would spin properly and so I could get them back to Mr. Hacker right before paint. This week I completed my repair projects, which were a pair of chairs for Mr. Hacker that have kind of just came undone over the years and they're bent up pretty bad. What I did to these was re-secure the collar. This one around here with a single tack weld, just something nice and easy to keep them in place on each of them. One there, and then on this one as well. And on one of them I needed to clean up some of the threads on the Acme threads on the actual chair itself. I replaced the nuts and washers underneath them with some new hardware because they were either missing or worn out on most of them. And then I put a new paint job on them to alleviate some of the scratches and nicks and dents that came over the years. Last thing I did for Metals 2 was learning how to TIG weld, and it was definitely a learning experience because some of my welds were pretty ugly, but either way I was exposed to it and I was able to do it.